Okay, this is the 2014 Common Test 1, Part 1, number section, and it is on integers, positive and negative integers, okay? So this is the calculator section of the paper. Now the first question is to insert grouping symbols or brackets to make the following statements true. So this one is a bit of a tricky one. Okay, so you've just got to try perhaps to put brackets all in different places. You can try, for example, some brackets here. Okay, so this is 12 take away 4, sorry, can't see that very well, divided by 2 plus 6. Now 12 take away 4 is 8. If we did 8 divided by 2, we get 3 plus 6 is 9. That doesn't work. So then you can try some brackets here. And you would get, so we've got to try all these different combinations, okay? If you put the bracket, say, there, you would get 12 take away. You'd have to do 4 divided by 2 first, which is 2. Look, I can just show you over here. I'll just do some working over here. 12 take away 4 divided by 2 plus 6, and that has to equal 1. If I put the brackets there, I get 8. For this, and then I divide that by 2, and I get, and add 6, I would get 8 divided by 2 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10. Well, that doesn't give me 1, so that doesn't work. Or I could try and put my brackets elsewhere. I could try them here. Let's see what we get there. 12 take away 4 divided by 2 is 2, plus 6. Well, that's 12 take away 2 is 10, plus 6. That's 16. Well, that is not 1. Or I could try putting brackets at the end, like here. And I have to do 2 plus 6 first. So I've got 12 take away 4 divided by 2 plus 6 is 8. Now, if I try that on my calculator, I have to do the divide first. Okay, so it would be 4 take away. Now, 4 divided by 8 is a half. That would be 12 take away a half. I'd get 11.5. Now that is not the answer. So obviously that's not working. So the next thing to do is try perhaps 2 sets of 2. So I could put brackets there and maybe brackets here. And so I've got 12 take away 4 is 8 divided by 2 plus 6 is 8. And I know that 8 divided by 8 is 1. So that works. Okay, now that is a bit of a tricky one, all right? And if that didn't work, you could try putting 3 things in the brackets together and working that out. Now the next one, remember, you're just doing this on your calculator. But if you did not have a calculator, you would evaluate the numerator. 6 times 4 is 24 divided by 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay, 5 plus 3 is 8. And 24 divided by 8 is 3. So if you don't know how to use your calculator correctly, you would evaluate the numerator, 6 times 4 is 24, evaluate the denominator, 5 plus 3 is 8, and then do 24 divided by 8, which is 3. This next one, you can do it on your calculator. If you do not have your calculator, you would use BODMAS or BIDMAS, and we have just division and multiplications only. So this would be negative, and you have to do them in order if they're the only operations. So negative 18 divided by negative 2, we would have to do first. Now a negative divided by a negative is a positive, so that would be positive 9. And then we've done that, and we multiplied by 5. And 9 times 5 is 45. Okay? Now, the next question. 27 take away, this is negative 3 times negative 4. Now we have to do the multiplication before the subtraction. So this would be 27 take away. Now a negative times a negative is a positive. So negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. But I still have to write the 27 take away. So there's my 27 take away. The answer to negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. So we should get 27 take away 12 is 15. So remember, you just enter it in your calculator as follows, but you have to know the difference between your takeaway and your negative button. So on your calculator, I'll just get a calculator now. Every calculator is slightly different, but over here on the right hand side, this is the plus, the take away, the times, and the divide. But the negative button is here. So if I want to write -2, I press this, negative, and then I put 2. So I'm just going to turn the calc on, -2. And if I look at my screen, I press equals, that's -2. That is, you do not enter -2 by doing this, -2. Well, it sort of does work, but this, if I want to do 6 take away -2, look at my screen, 6 take away -2, it will do, the answer will be 8, because 6 take away -2 is +8, and if I press equals, I do get 8. But this is the take away symbol, this is the negative symbol. Okay, now some calculators don't have it like that. They have a little button that looks like this, and I'll show you for a negative. On some calculators there is a button that looks like this, plus minus. It's got a plus, slash, and then a minus, and that's your, every time you press that, it'll put a negative for you. Okay, all right, let's look at question 2 now. Louise has $174 in her bank account. She withdraws the following amounts from her bank account. She takes away $50, $60, and $84. Remember, you've got a calculator for this. What is the balance of her bank account? So we've got 174. We take away 50. We take away 60. And we take away 84. That is one way of doing this. So 174, take away 50, take away 60, take away 84. And we get -20. So it's -$20. Okay. Now, the other way you could have done this question was to work out everything that she withdrew. Withdraw means to take money out. So she took out 50, and she took out 60, and she took out 84. So this is another way of doing this, which is 194. So the other way of doing this is like that, and then we do 174 take away 194 is -20. So that is another way you could have done this. So the balance is -$20. Okay, and it says the next day she pays $175 into her account. What is the balance now? So it was -20, and she's going to pay or put in 175 into the account. So -20 plus 175 is 155. Okay, so the answer is $155. Now for question 3. Bethlehem College has the following numbers of students in each year level. In Year 7 we've got 122, Year 12 94, and these are all in between. Now the whole school is going on an excursion, and if each bus can carry 55 people, how many buses are needed? Well, we're going to have to work out how many students there are in the entire school, so we're going to add up all of these. So the total students, is, we've got 122 plus 128 plus 123 plus 131 plus 117 plus 94, and I've got 715 students, and each bus can take 55 people, so 715 divided by 55 is 13 buses. Just going to check that calculation. This last question. The Dead Sea in Jordan Valley is 397 meters below sea level, so it's below sea level. So there's sea level. This is the Dead Sea. And Mount Kosciuszko is 2,230 meters above sea level, so that's Mount Kosciuszko. And the question is, what is the difference in height between these two sea levels? So, the difference in height is from there to there, but this can be broken up into two bits. The difference from -397 to 0 is 397 meters. I'll just put that there. And the difference from 0 to 2,230 is 2,230 meters. That's the jump. So we're jumping from there to there and from there to there. So therefore, the difference, we have to add these two amounts together is 2,230 plus 397, which is 2,627 meters. But if you want to not draw a diagram, look, I do recommend that you do draw a diagram, but if you do not want to draw a diagram, you can do the higher number, take away the lower number. Now the higher number is 2,230. Remember, difference means to subtract. So 2,230, but we're taking away, so this is above sea level, so it's a positive number. But we're taking away 397 meters below sea level, so we're taking away negative 397. So I've got 2,230 take away negative 397. Now, taking away a negative means to add, so it's 2,230 plus 397, which is 2,627 meters, which is the same answer as we got when we looked at the diagram.